大家好，我是宁老师。Today we're going to be talking about noodles, or in Chinese, 面条. Mian is like wheat, 条 is like a string or a stick, so 面条. Here are some facts about noodles. Noodles originate in China, no matter what anyone tells you. People will say that they originated in Italy, but actually they found some noodles that were over 4,000 years old. So we know noodles originated in China. Noodles, especially Chinese noodles, are made from wheat, millet, eggs, rice, and more. So there's a lot of different variety in how noodles are made and what they're made from. So they come in different shapes, sizes, and colors, much like Italian pasta. A few different types of noodles are Lamian, Daoxiao mian, 长寿面, 大刀面, 裤带面, 一根面, 凉面, 炒面, 竹升面. Let's get started. First is Lamian, or pulled noodles. These are made by pulling a slab of dough, pulling it and stretching it to stretch it into a lot of fine noodles. You'll notice that they look kind of like ramen noodles, and that's because they are the predecessor to ramen noodles. So they're what ramen noodles are based off of. They're oftentimes used in soups, stir fries, and other types of dishes. Let's have a look at how Lamian is made. Next, we have 一根面. It's made of one long noodle rolled up like yarn. And when they're made, the noodle maker will oftentimes do kind of some physical, sort of like a dance to throw the noodle into the pot. So it's oftentimes called gong fu mian, or kung fu noodles, because it looks like they're doing kung fu to get the noodle into the pan. And these noodles can be so long, they can be as long as a person is tall. Next, we have 长寿面. These are the long life noodles that a lot of people know about. They're oftentimes eaten on one's birthday, and they're made of these really, really, really long and thin, unbroken noodles. So when you eat them, sometimes people say that it's best not to chew them so that you can celebrate a long life. And sometimes they have different toppings like eggs, but a lot of times they're just eaten by themselves. Next, we have 大刀面. 大刀面 is made with a slab of dough and a huge knife where the chef will slice fine, small little noodles out of the big slab of dough. And they're typically enjoyed as street food or a snack. Let's have a look at how they're made. Next, we have Daoxiao mian. Daoxiao mian are noodles shaped from a block of dough, much like the 大刀面, but it's held kind of at an angle, and the noodles are shaved directly into the pot. These are very popular, and so much so that there are robots trained to make these noodles. Let's have a look at how they're made. Next, we have Liang, or cold noodles. Sometimes they're called 过水面, or noodles over water. These are basically just noodles that are cooked, and then they're dunked into water before they're served with some sauce or some soup. Next, we have Chow. These are probably the most popular kind of Chinese noodle in the West. They're just noodles that are fried, stir-fried with sauce, vegetables, meat, and other things like eggs. And so they're cooked at a very high heat for a very short time, and they're very delicious. Next, we have Jook-sing mian. Some people know them as the Cantonese name, Jook-sing noodles. They're made primarily in Hong Kong, Macau, and Guangdong. They're very hard to find now because a lot of people don't learn the craft in making these noodles. But when they are made, they're made in huge quantities, and they're usually made with duck eggs and wheat flour and things like that. But basically how it's made is there's this large slab of dough, and then the chef gets on this pole and starts jumping up and down to kind of squish the dough down into noodles. Finally, we have mian. Some people know this as Biangbiang. These are made by taking a small slab of dough and stretching it into one long flat noodle. It kind of looks like a belt. That's why it's called mian. But when it's called Biangbiang, this is the character for Biang. So it's one of the coolest Chinese characters you'll ever see, but also the most difficult one to write. So it has two names, mian or Biangbiang. You can decide which one you want to write. So let's imagine that you're in a Chinese restaurant in China and you want to try some noodles. What should you say? The waitress asks you, 你想吃什么? What would you like? What would you say? You would say, 我想吃面条. I would like to eat some noodles. I 想 would like or want, 吃 to eat, 面条 noodles. 我想吃面条. So the waitress asks you, 你想吃什么? You say, 我想吃面条. 我想吃面条. That's it for this episode on Chinese noodles. Thanks for watching. 谢谢大家.